Happy Easter!
Happy Easter!
He is risen!
He is risen.
It's so good to see you on this Easter morning. I hope that you're having a nice Easter with your family, and we're going to do the wonderful thing, and we're going to start with Shannon reading the Easter story. Yay.
The empty tomb. It was early in the morning on the third day after Jesus died. The sky was pink and red with the first light of the sun. The women didn't notice the sky. They hurried to the cave that contained Jesus' body. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, led the way. The two others, Salome and Joanna, carried the spices to rub on the body of Jesus. They had a job to do. When the tomb of Jesus came into sight, they froze. Uh-oh, they had forgotten about the huge stone that sealed the opening to the cave. How would they move it? The women kept going to the cave anyways. As they came closer, the women could see that the stone had already been rolled away. They peeked inside. Oh, it was dark in there. Brr. It was cold in there. Drip drop. It was damp in there. What? It was empty in there. Jesus was gone. An angel appeared in the sparkling white clothes. The glow from the angel brightened even the darkest corners of the cave. The women shielded their eyes from the blinding light. Don't be afraid, the angel said. Jesus isn't here. This is a place for the dead. Jesus is alive. Hurry, the angel said. Go tell the disciples. The women did not delay. They ran to tell Jesus' friends what they had seen and heard. Woof! Mary bumped into a man, tripped and fell at his feet. Wait! She knew those feet. A familiar hand reached out to help her. Wait, she knew that hand. She looked up. Yes, she knew that smile. It was Jesus. Hello, friends, Jesus said. Jesus was really alive. The woman hugged his feet and shouted with joy. Go tell the others the good news that I am alive, Jesus said. I will meet them in Galilee. I can't wait to see them again. The woman had a new job to do. They had to tell everyone Jesus was alive.
He is risen! He is risen! Yay! Wow. Wow, this is like the story of our faith. It's like the most important story that we tell each other as Christians this time of year. And if we were in church in person together, of course, we would do our resurrection eggs. So Shannon's going to actually open the eggs, and I'm going to tell the story. We start with blue.
Number 1.
What's inside, Shannon?
It is a donkey.
A donkey. So as we heard last week, Jesus rides into Jerusalem on a donkey. Because he is the king of, right? He is the Prince of Peace, and he comes in peace on a donkey, humble. And all of his disciples are so excited, and they're like, yay, Jesus is coming into Jerusalem.
Yay!
And he comes into Jerusalem. What's next? Let's see what we
Number
got.
2.
Oh, this is where our story takes a dark turn. Yes, silver, what is it? Money, right?
Silver coins.
Silver coin. So one of his friends, Judas, betrayed Jesus. You see, Jesus was going out of the city at night, right? And he was going with his disciples to the Garden of Gethsemane, but the people wanted to arrest him, didn't know that. So Judas, he took money in order to tell Jesus in order to tell people where Jesus was. So he betrayed Jesus for money. It's not good to do things for money, by the way. Out of love, yes. For money, no.
Okay, put the coin back. Okay, number 3.
What's in there? Oh,
A cup.
a cup. Oh, yes. So Jesus and his disciples, they go to a room to celebrate a sacred meal called Passover, right? Which tells the story of God's people being saved from Pharaoh. Yeah, and at that meal, Jesus, at the end, he takes the cup and he blesses it and he says, "This is my blood shed for you. This is my body given for you." And that's where we get Holy Communion, from that sacred night that Jesus spent with his friends up in the upper room.
All right, number 4, orange.
Orange, what's going to be in here?
Praying hands.
Oh, so they leave the room and they go into the garden. And Jesus says, "I'm going to go over here and pray I'm going to go over here and pray." And he goes over and he prays to God that maybe this wouldn't have to happen. But if it does happen, that God's will be done. Because Jesus always did God's will. All right, what's next?
Number 5 is a leather whip.
Oh, a leather whip. So Judas shows up with all of the people that are going to arrest Jesus, and they arrest him, and they bring him before Pilate, and Pilate says that he's guilty, and they whip Jesus. It's not good to hit people. It's not good to use violence, but that's what other people did. All right, let's see.
Number 6.
Oh, and they mocked Jesus, and they put a crown of thorns, that's what this is, a crown of thorns on his head to make fun of him. Is it nice it's not good to make fun of people. We shouldn't make fun of people. We should love and care for them, right?
Right.
You can tell that the people that are arresting Jesus, they're all doing the wrong thing here. Okay.
Show love, right, PJ? Show love?
Show love. Is that what you do? Show love. I love it. What's next?
Number 10. The loin.
Yep. Nails in the
Nails.
cross. Yes.
Yes,
So
nails in the cross.
and then they take Jesus and they put him on a cross, and they put nails on his hands and his feet. Not nice. Not nice at all. And while he's on the cross, they roll dice. That's what this is. Right? They roll dice. They gamble for who's gonna get Jesus' clothing. The soldiers just gamble for his clothing. And then, to make sure that Jesus is dead, they take a spear and they stick it in his side. But doesn't out come blood, out comes a bunch of water that comes out of Jesus' side when they stick it in there. And then his friend, Joseph of Arimathea, takes him off the cross and wraps him in cloth and puts Jesus in a tomb, his own tomb that he owns. And then, there they go. They take a big stone, that's what's in here. They take a big stone and they roll it in front of the tomb so nobody can get in. It's too big. And they roll it there. And then the next morning, as we just heard, the women, they go to the tomb and it's empty because Jesus is alive. Jesus has overcome all those bad things. His betrayal, he's being abandoned, all those bad things that are happening. Jesus overcomes it with love. And we should overcome the things that we face with love too.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's really the Easter message. And I just wish all of you a happy Easter. I hope you're having a great time. Thanks to Shannon and PJ for being here this morning, right? We're all dressed up in our Easter clothes. So hope you're dressed up at home too. And in the email, there was stuff that you could do to put in your Easter basket that we talked about last time in order to tell the story that we just told.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.